Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for jumping on. You need to take notes on this Zoom because I'm super pumped. We haven't done a how to sign loyal customer Zoom in a hot minute. And so we are going to go over all the basics. And I, first of all, am number one and proud of anyone who is new who is on this. So if you're on this Zoom in the chat, if you are within like your first 30, 60 days, I want you to put a one in the chat because I want to know who are the new teammates, who's still learning, who is still learning how to sign up customers. Maybe you're not 100% comfortable talking to people yet. You have questions on like posting and all of that stuff. Okay, I see some ones. Oh, hi, Vanessa. Y'all, that's my girl, Vanessa. She came to my yard sale this weekend, and that was the first time I met her, but she had her mask on and I didn't recognize her. So that was fun. Hey, Kat. Hi, Jaslyn. We're excited to have you guys on. Okay, so I'm proud of you guys. You guys are going to learn a ton from this Zoom. The rest of you who maybe are a little bit more seasoned, you've signed customers, you kind of know what to do. I also want to applaud you for being on. Don't totally tune us out. It's very easy to come on here and say, well, I know how to sign up loyal customers. I know how to put people in the system. But sometimes you will either get a refresher and you're like, oh, I kind of forgot about that, or it's just good to get the refreshers. I remember when I was a teacher, we had to constantly do professional development, and while I hated doing professional development to get our hours in, I think of like, I know Liz is not on here right now, but like she's a PT. I know nurses, doctors, they have to constantly go and do professional development to get their credit hours to keep their licenses. They do that so they can continue to refresh their knowledge. And so these types of Zooms for people who put customers in, you know how to sign up customers. This is sort of like your professional development credit to sort of keep your license, if you will, because it's always good to get the refreshers because you never know what little nugget you're going to take away, or even just plugging in and having the connection, how that can change just your attitude and your energy when it comes to your business. I know Ashley kind of, if you were on Ashley's fire Zoom earlier, she talked about that and like getting on Zooms and having that passion and that fire. And this is one of them. Even if it's on a topic where you're like, I've been there, done that, I can teach this in my sleep. It's still good to get on even Zooms like this. So I want to just, sorry, I got distracted because I got a customer. So I'll boom that later. All right, that's a great segue to let's talk about how to sign up loyal customers. So Marissa and I are going to be tag teaming with some of our best tips on signing loyals. And then we have some special guests at the end of this, 4 girls who are ladies who have absolutely been killing it in their chats. They're changing emojis. I asked some of their leaders and they're like, oh, you need to talk to her, ask what she's doing. She's been popping in like crazy. I pulled up eSuite reports. And these girls have been on fire with putting people in the system. And so they're going to drop their best tips for you on what they've done to put a wave of people in the past week or two. So you stay around for their tips as well. But Marissa and I are going to ping pong. And the first thing we're going to talk about, number one, if you're taking notes, number one, we're going to talk about our social media presence. Okay, why social media is important when it comes to signing loyal customers. So Marissa, I'm going to give it to you so you can talk about growing that trust and that reputation with consistency.
Okay, so if I start to talk too fast, let me know. I'm trying to go as much fast as possible with as much information because I want you to hear the amazing tips that the people have to say. And first things first, when it's like growing your reputation with your network, first of all, I'm winging it, so I may get distracted. Um, I like to post at least 1 to 2, kind of almost 3 different products, and you find the ones that you love. It's like, how do I post about products and I have no idea what they do, anything like that? You find these ones that you can like honestly relate to. Like if you go to my page, you're gonna see gummies, you're gonna see coffee, and you're gonna see TFX, and you will see the same thing on my story. That's gonna be the all thing. People will message me and be like, "Hey, so those gummies, you've posted about them like 5 times this week. Go ahead and just tell me what that's about." You're showing like this is serious. These posts are, these products are legit. They, I'm putting the results photo in the post, and I'm telling, like, growing that trust to show people like it's working for people, it can work for you too. And I was gonna get into something else, but that's a different point. But you're gonna find, and you don't wanna, like, I always see, like, ping pong, like, I'm gonna post hair, skin, and nails, I'm gonna post greens, I'm gonna post coffee, and it's like 'cause sometimes your audience can get a little bit confused, like, what exactly are you selling? Because you're putting this, and this, but I'm, like, known, like, someone's gonna be like, "Marissa posts about weight loss," so I know if I need to lose weight, I'm gonna go and find Marissa's page, and I'm gonna message her and say, "Okay, I'm gonna how much is it if I use this and this to lose weight on? I saw you lost this much weight. How do I do that?" Like, they automatically know that that's who I'm going to. Ashley's the coffee lady. Agreed. Like, but you're posting it constantly. If you're gonna make coffee, like, I want to sell all the coffee in the world. So I'm gonna post that I'm making coffee every single morning in my story. And you'll see, like, I know Candace and Cindy, they're gonna post their little coffee photo in the morning, like, "Hey, I'm drinking my coffee." So if I know if I want samples from somebody, I'm gonna go to Cindy and be like, "So how about them coffee samples?" Or how about you I get a month worth of coffee because she's always talking about her coffee first thing in the morning. Like, I want that energy in the morning, so give me some coffee. So, and you're known for that. Those people trust you that you are going to give them that product and it's going to work. And I think that's what I have for that one. So Val's turn.
Yes, I loved it. Basically, build a reputation for the products. Now, if you are brand new, some of you that dropped a one over here, and you're like, well, I don't really have products to build a reputation on, I'm going to tell you two things. Okay. Number one, that's why we have our product credit built in. Hustle for your first six customers. Okay. Follow the training, do the posts that are in the training, even though you may not have experience with those products, as I'm going to touch on that real quick. But even if you don't have experience, trust the training, because if you can get it, even just two customers, that's $50, because every two customers you get, that's $50 unlocked in product credit up to 150. That's why we push for six. So you have 50, 50, 50. So if you can get at least two, that's $50 in product credit. Go and get the coffee we're talking about. Go and get the slimming gummies that you've been wanting to try. And so we highly encourage you. You don't have to use every product because that's basically impossible. We have so many amazing good ones. You're going to spend a fortune. We don't want you to spend money to make money, but fall in love with one thing to start off with. And you will find when you fall in love with one, get known for that one. Be the coffee lady, like Ashley talked about. She's one we're going to pick her brain a little bit later, but become the coffee lady. And then, you know what? If you've been in for a while, it's also okay to switch it up and become something else. I used to be the coffee lady, and y'all, I still love the coffee, but because I get up so early now, I've actually started posting a lot about the skinny tea and the gummies. And I've been selling a crap ton of gummies because I've now become the skinny tea and gummy lady. And because that's what I post about more often than the coffee. Not that I don't use the coffee, but it's just something I'm being consistent of. And I want to build that reputation. Now, with that being said, I'm going to now give you tip number two. And it's going to sound a little contradictory to what Marissa just said, but listen to me when I talk about it, okay? So after you have established your reputation for you gain trust with your network knows you love the coffee, your network knows you love the gummies. Once you've established that, you have your routine of what you share. Don't be afraid to share a little curveball every once in a while. Now, what Marissa warned about was don't show them a curveball every day where you're just all over the place and you're like, oh, the lash serum today, and then the hair vitamin today, and then the cleanse tomorrow. You know, that's too many too soon. But if you can be consistent and then randomly on like a Thursday, boom, I talk about the slimming gummies enough, but did you know we had a hair vitamin? And you kind of throw the hair vitamin in your stories. And then on Friday, I pick right back up where I left off and I talk about the tea and I talk about the gummies and I keep going. Maybe I'll throw coffee in there every once in a while. Y'all, I don't use hair, skin, and nails right now. I have 3 full bottles in my house because I order the Beauty Works line and I use the skincare and I never take the vitamin. Okay. But last week I posted randomly hair, skin, and nails, some slides I had in my phone, and I signed 6 hair, skin, and nails customers. Okay. If you watched my live video in the team page earlier, I talked about if you have the reputation, if you build the reputation with consistency, because you're going to post every day, you build the reputation of being that coffee lady, of building that trust with your network. When you do throw the curveball in, you throw the curveball in not for your sake, because we post about the coffee because we love it, right? Because it's about us, but this is about your customers. This is about signing customers. And we need to take ourselves out of the center of our little universe when it comes to signing customers, just like how Ashley talked about on the fire Zoom. Her and I were kind of on the same page. We want all the enrollments, right? We want all the loyal customers. We want to put 20 people in the system. We want to put 30 customers in this month. But have you thought about the person you're helping? Have you thought about the goals that they have? Have you listened to them? And so while you may love coffee, which is great, once again, it's establishing your trust. Trust is what is going to sell, not the products. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But if you establish the trust, you can also offer those curveballs every once in a while, because what if somebody hates coffee, but they've been dying to have better hair? And even though you don't use hair, skin, and nails, we have a ton of people who have amazing products. Cindy Johnson has made me money because I use her hair, skin, and nails results like crazy. It's in our boards app. I don't have hair, skin, and nails results. I use hers and it works out just the same. Say, here's my friend Cindy, and these are her results. And people still purchase them. So don't be afraid to throw the curveball and offer celery and just throw up some celery slides every once in a while, or throw up a cleanse even though you haven't taken a cleanse in a while, or throw the lash serum out, because you may have someone out there who has no need for weight loss. Our weight loss products are great. They're our number one selling products, but there are also plenty of people out there who don't need to lose weight, but they have brittle hair, they have thyroid issues, they need better hair, they need better nails, they want clearer skin, they have digestive issues, and so they need the greens and they need the celery. So make sure that you are doing your job of offering those things to your potential customers, but not where you're confusing them. I hope that makes sense. You guys see the difference between what Marissa said about confusing and just kind of being all over the place, and having an established reputation and an established trust with your network, and then saying, oh, randomly, hey, did you guys know that we had a hair vitamin? And you will be amazed with the reputation that you bring in, how that random slide could bring in people that you've never talked to before, because you got to showcase it every once in a while. So that's a tip. I elaborate on that more in the team page on a live that I did today. So go listen to that. So those are tips 1 and 2 about social media. Establish your reputation, establish your trust, but then don't be afraid to throw in that curveball every once in a while. Just don't be a full curveball all week long, okay? All fastballs and then a curveball, okay? I'm sorry if you don't do sports analogies, it makes sense in my head. And I know it makes sense in Marissa's head because she's a softball queen. All right, so let's talk about the next topic. So now we're going to talk about how to post. So we talked about kind of consistency on social media. What do I post and that sort of stuff. But let's talk about how do I post. Okay. So here's tip 3 of this Zoom, how to post. Post with a single person in mind. Okay. When you're typing up your post, think about that one person that you're trying to hit. Okay. Is there someone out there who is frustrated with their stubborn, they cannot get rid of the fat around their hips? Okay. You have a friend out there who probably struggles with that. So whenever you're typing up a post about the slimming gummies, because those specifically target hips and lowers BMI, don't post all the product information and like where you sound all scientific over here. People are going to like snore fast. Okay. Fix their problem. Fix their problem. Mention it and say, are you just as frustrated with your stubborn hip area? Yeah, girl, same. That's why I'm loving these gummies right now, because I'm starting to fit into jeans that I haven't fit in years. You just fixed somebody's problem. You hit their pain point. You solved something for them without ever mentioning an ingredient, without ever pulling out the product info, without ever saying that it's stimulant free and vegan and all of that stuff. Those are all great supplements to the sale. But what's going to sell them is you fixing the problem. Okay. It's like, it's the analogy that I hear all the time is like selling mattresses. Okay. we have no idea what's in our mattresses. Okay. I have some sort of memory foam. I don't even know what the heck that looks like. I know none of that stuff. Okay. What sold me on it is the fact that all of the reviews said that they got amazing sleep and it was so comfortable. And that's what I wanted in a mattress, right? I want amazing sleep and I want it to be comfortable. That's what sold me. That was the problem I had with our old mattress. And I wanted a new mattress that fixed those problems. So, what do you offer to people to fix their problems? And that's how you need to write the post. There is a time and a place to have those really salesy posts, like who wants to drop 31 pounds and an average of 31 pounds in 90 days and have a budget of less than $40. Okay. Those are the curveballs. Those are great curveballs, but establish the reputation of fixing people's problems, of what type of problem does celery fix? What type of problem does the cleanse fix or the skinny tea fix? That it fixes bloat, right? I've had Mexican food. I feel kind of bloated right now. I can use some skinny tea. That's the problem I have. A great post that I could make right now is I just had some amazing Mexican food, but the pains of turning almost 35, it makes me bloated every single time. I think I'm going to start my cleanse tomorrow. And people are going to read that and say, oh, yeah, like my metabolism sucks now. And I get bloated when I eat beans and cheese and rice and Mexican food. I think I need that cleanse. I hate feeling bloated. It's a problem. I fixed it and I related to them. So when you post, fix their problems, offer a solution to their problems. Okay. So that's tip 3. Am I right? Tip number 3. Okay. Now Marissa's going to go over owning the products because she has a great personal testimony. So how to post like that.
Yeah. I always recommend getting your own personal testimony, your own personal results. I have one. I lost 53 pounds on the products. I can tell you when and where I made that decision. I was standing in an H&M. I pulled out a size 12 jeans and I was going to have to try them on. And I told my husband, oh, heck no. No, I'm not doing it. I have never been over a size 4 and I refuse. So I put those pants back. I came home. I know it, like, that's why it's important you get your 6 customers and you get that $150 credit. You buy the products and you're like, I'm going to get this done. Whatever you need. I need to lose weight. I'm like 4'11", was getting there to 180 pounds. No, I'm not doing it. And I made a post about it. And so I wrote the story out. I was like standing at H&M, told my husband, heck no, I'm not buying these things. Went home, ordered coffee, ordered metabolism booster because I'm not 15 anymore. So my metabolism booster is there. It's for me. I don't work out. I hate working out. I worked out so much as a kid and I put that in there. Did I diet? I sure did because I have a sensitive stomach. No junk food, no sugars, no fast food. I had to think about it. No sodas because I don't follow that regimen anymore. I probably should, but I don't and I put that in the post so people can be like, oh, I don't want to work out, Marissa. Well, shoot, neither did I. Neither do I. I don't want to do it. And if you go, it's really far down on my page. It's been a minute since I've posted about it, but since I've posted that, and then I do hit them with that, hey, there's these gummies that slim your waist, and they're like, okay, well, you lost it, so maybe I can too. So they're gonna relate to you, right? When you're thinking of someone in mind, like she was saying, I'm not reading off the ingredients. The coffee helped me with all the things, but um sorry, my computer went crazy. But I know I lost my train of thought. But anyway, yeah, like I was being vulnerable in the post. It's hard to post about what you need and all the things. Your hair, say your hair is short, your hair is up to here, and you're like, man, I sure wish my hair was longer. And then you get Cindy who posts hers, and I bet you she could sell a whole bunch of hair, skin, and nails. Cindy's got a good before and after on coffee. She sells the heck out of coffee. And it's finding those things. And I can promise you anything, that's how you're going to gain those people's trust on top of it. Because if you can be like, I know it works and you can't tell me it doesn't, like, I know it can be a whole thing. If you scroll my post, I didn't put like a what is it? The corporate approved results photo. I just kind of did my own, like, this is what I look like 3 years ago. This is what I look like right now. And then I put my results photo in the comments with the corporate approved one. And you'll see there's all kinds of comments. And someone's like, "Ah, I've been really wanting to try the coffee. But now that I see that you really have done something with it, now it makes me trust you a little bit more to be able to do it." And that's what it goes along with the trusting and your reputation. And then you throw in all your stuff. Oh, I know Michelle. She looks freaking amazing. If you go to her page, oh my, watch her journey. She looks fire. And I just know for sure she's going to be selling the crap out of absolutely everything because she looks so good from and she posts about it all the time. Like, it's consistently, look at what I did. I'm at the gym. I'm dieting. I did my, what is it, the meal plan where they do it for the week, that thing. You know, I'm not healthy, okay? That thing. You know what it is. And then meal prep. Thank you. I don't do that stuff. Come on, guys. I may look healthy, but it's the products, okay? Um, but yeah, it's all about your personal testimony. I'm funny, guys. It's cool. Uh, but yeah, you post about the products and you're doing all this stuff, and sometimes you don't get those comments that you want. So I'm gonna segue into the next point where we're gonna go over how to talk to those customers. Well, now that you've got people interested, how am I going to talk to them? Or who do I even ask to, like, begin with? So I'm going to go to all my posts. I'm gonna go to my stories. If you're posting stories, you're posting the little poll things. If you don't know how to make the poll things, there's a whole video on how to ask your sponsor, ask whoever, and they can send it to you. Or I can send it to you because I know where it's at. But I'm going to ask those people that like that post, that like the post that said, I needed to lose this weight. So anybody who didn't comment, I'm going to go post the likers and be like, hey, I saw that you liked my post. No idea if you'd be interested. I absolutely love your support either way. Would you be interested in hearing some info? And it's something like that. And then I'll do the same thing. And then when you do the curveball post, sometimes you get all those comments, and those are pretty much like those, you ask those people. And then you go to your stories. Who's seen your stories? Hey, I saw you watched my story. Like, would you be interested? No big deal. It's a simple yes or no. Or it's they voted on your poll. I've got it saved on my little keyboard app thing, and it's like, hey, I saw that you voted on my coffee post. Not sure if you meant to, happens by accident all the time. Did you want some info? And sometimes, like, then when you're going for thanks for the boards, guys, I don't know things. Uh, Boards are life. Val put her whole entire life. That's what she's putting on her tombstone. So that's just use all of it. It's got every single message, every single objection. It's got every single thing. Um, it's when you're going for, like, I know a lot of people are promoting, and that's happening. So I don't do it a lot, but I like to, it's the same thing as when you green light post a post. I will go to those who are online, and sometimes I will just message them and be like, hey, I'm really pushing for something. Would you be interested in getting some info? Or even if it's a follow-up from a long time ago. I know if you're newer, you don't have that many people to follow up with, but you will, trust me. And you're going to be, hey, long time since we've talked. It's um, I'm shooting for something crazy. Would you be willing to just hear me out another time? And there's so many people that you could talk to. I know it can be like really scary. Well, I don't have the personal testimony like you do. I don't have all that confidence and stuff like you do. And we're like, trust me, we didn't when we started either, right? We were trying to get it all together at the same time. I didn't start off with personal results. I didn't start this business even wanting to try the products. I was just like, I just need to make some money. And I'm going to use what Val sends me, and I'm going to trust that she knows what she's talking about. And that's how it led into, well, I'm going to get my results and now they trust me. And it's going to be the same snowball effect if you're newer as well. So, yeah, and submit all your new results and send them to us, and Val's going to tell you how to keep that conversation going.
Yes. So I will quickly mention, if you are not on the Boards app or you don't know what Boards is, it is an app that you'll download on your phone. And it's essentially an extra keyboard, kind of like how you have the emojis keyboard. It is an extra keyboard on your phone, and it's a almost like a text replacement where you can scroll through. It is, my tombstone will literally say CEO of Boards, and it has everything on there. And one of the folders that is on there, I'm going to go to my husband's conversation. Ignore the fact that he sent me turned down for what, just ignore him. But when I changed when I changed my keyboard to Boards, we have tons of folders, and there is one specific folder that is labeled LC scripts. That stands for loyal customer. And when you click it, there is a button right here and it says reach out messages. I will add one more to it, but there's one right here and it says vote on product poll. And all you have to do is change, when you click it, it's going to substitute in the message that I normally would send to somebody who votes on a product poll in your stories. The only thing you have to do is make sure that you change the product. This one is default to skinny coffee or skinny brew. If it's cleanse, just change the product to hair, skin, and nails or cleanse or whatever. So there's that one right there. There's initial reach, like just an LC reach out message. The one I'm going to add is if somebody likes your post. So say you are a rock star like Michelle, who posts about her results photos from being on the products for years, and she got like over 100 likes, I think. And so she can easily go to those people and message them. So I will add that to Boards as well, because basically it's just saying like, hey, Sonia, I hope I'm not being a bother. I did notice that you liked my cleanse post I did yesterday. Thank you so much for the support, sweet lady. Would you be interested in more information about the cleanse? Something like that. Okay. So they're in Boards, but then also if you don't have Boards yet, I did go to the post in the team page for this Zoom. And in the comments, I commented some messages that you can message to like people that like your post, people who comment, polls, all that stuff. Okay. So go ahead and yes, it's called Boards. Yes, you spelled it correctly. Boards like a whiteboard. So with that being said, I'm going to go over how to have a loyal customer conversation. Side note, this whole script is also in Boards underneath loyal customer scripts. It says scripts right here, and it literally says message one, message two, seal the deal, all of that stuff. But hear me when I say this, okay? So anybody who's new, you need to listen to this, okay? You will go in a specific order when you talk about products with someone. So let's say you send the message and you get the yes, send me more information on the cleanse. Yes, I'm interested in the hair vitamin. And you're like, what do I say now? Okay. The first thing that you do, if you're taking notes, this is the first thing you send, is you send them the product information. Okay. You send them the product information. You always send the product information. Even if the message you get says, hey, how much is the hair vitamin? How much is the cleanse? You don't send them the pricing just because they asked it. You need to establish value. Okay, you want to sign more loyal customers, you have to establish value. We've told you that you need to establish reputation and trust with your network. You have to also establish value with your potential customer. You have to show them that it's worth spending money on. Okay, you have to show them that it's worth their hard earned money. If you run into a lot of people that say it's too much or it's too expensive, then I would go and evaluate your conversations, because yes, you still run into that from time to time, but are you going out of order? So you have to go over product information first. If you want to have my verbiage on, well, how do I go around it? They asked me for the price and I don't want to just ignore them. It's super simple. You just say, oh yeah, I'm happy to send you pricing on the coffee. Here's some info on it real quick. You send them the info and then you end it with the question. You say, hey, is that what you're looking for? So I can send you pricing. I just fit it in. I acknowledge the fact that they asked for pricing, but now it looks like I'm giving them exceptional customer service because I am making sure this is exactly what they want. And the reason you do this, number one, you're establishing value, but number two, do not assume that your customer knows exactly about the product. Okay. How many people, my veterans, how many people have messaged you asking about the wraps, thinking the wraps were weight loss? Or messaging you about the fat fighters, thinking that those burn fat when in fact they actually block fat in food. Okay. Do not assume that your customer knows about the products. That is your job, not theirs. So, number one, you have to go over product information first, always. Even if they ask for pricing, you said absolutely, you acknowledge it. Absolutely. I'm happy to send you info on the wraps. Here's what they do. They have a botanical lotion, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, use boards. It's all in there. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Is this what you're looking for before I send pricing? And I will almost guarantee you the people that come in for wraps, 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh, it's not weight loss. Like, no, are you looking for weight loss? Otherwise, it's my bad. They get a product that they did not necessarily need just because we assumed that they knew exactly what it was for. But they wanted weight loss, and I did not do a good job of listening to my customer. I did not listen to their goal. I just wanted the sale. I got excited because somebody wanted information. Calm down, breathe. You can still make the sale, but make sure they're getting the products that are going to be the best fit for them and it's what they're looking for. Okay. So, number one, you have to go over the product information. Okay. First, always check. Okay. Here's tip number two: end all of your messages with a question. Okay. So if they do ask you, hey, tell me more information about the skinny brew, and you tell them it's a black French roast coffee and it's a metabolism booster to help you burn fat and amazing energy and amazing focus, blah, blah, blah. And that's all you send, it's like crickets. Okay. It's very awkward. If I was talking to Marissa face to face and she said, Val, tell me about your new shoes, right? I would tell her about the shoes, and then what? Like the conversation, it would be so awkward, right? It'd be like, oh yeah, I got them at Academy. And like, okay. Like that's it. See how awkward that sounds? So you want to be in charge of the conversation. So my second tip is you have to end things with questions. Give them something to respond back to. If you don't like being left on red in your messages, go and check your messages. Are you ending them with a question? Something super simple like, how does this sound to you? That's one of my favorites. Another one is this what you're looking for? There's another one of my favorites. Um, does this sound like something you could use? That's another one. Those are kind of my top three that I tend to use. But you always want to end your messages with a question. So you send them hair, skin, and nails. Say, this is the information. This is gonna be my other tip. Tip number three: if it's a product that has results photos, send them a results photo. Okay. Not all of them you can. Confianza, celery, those are kind of harder you can't really like document results photos unless you have like someone about to murder somebody and then someone who's like with the halo. I don't really know how to document Confianza results photos before and after. Okay. So, but if it's a product that has results photos, hair, skin, and nails, okay. Confianza saves lives. Hair, skin, and nails, cleanse, TFX, coffee, the lash serum, the skincare line, all of those can have results photos. So many of our products have physical results photos. Send that right after the product info. Okay. So you're going to send product info first. You're going to end every message with a question and send a results photo if it has one. Okay. Another plug for boards. If you're like, well, I don't really have results photos, within boards, if you scroll, there is also a folder right here that says results photos. It is alphabetized by product, and there's some there's some good ones right here. All you have to do, if there is a slimming gummies, you just click the folder that says slimming gummies. There's a whole bunch to pick from. This one right here tends to be my favorite, and then it says copied, and then you just go and you click paste, and then you can send. And there you go. So boards is awesome. So product info, end everything with a question, send a results photos if they have one. Now you can go over pricing. Now you can go over pricing a few different ways. If you're new, your sponsor probably has been walking through conversations. Here's the amazing thing about what we do. Everything that we do is repetitive. It's duplicatable. Okay. So the loyal customer message that I send for cleanse, is the exact same loyal customer message I send for hair, skin, and nails. I just changed the price. Okay. It all sounds the same. Now, the way that I go over loyal customer pricing may be different than Candace. Candace, I don't know if you have yours saved, but if you can drop yours in the comments, I know I'm kind of like calling you Denise, if you have something, Rita, some of the girls that are maybe on their phones, if you have that saved real quick, or if you use mine, put it in there. You will notice that we probably all have different ways that we go about it, but I can tell you within our pricing message, the 3-month loyal customer, like you're telling them about, it retails for this, but your VIP discount is going to be 40%. So you will only have to pay, 60 or $36. And all you do to get the VIP customer pricing is simply agree to do 1 order a month for 3 months. Yeah, there it is right there. So see, Rita has this right here. So she says you get a VIP customer. She goes over, review the products for 90 days. You'll waive the membership fee. And then she says that Skinny Brew retails for 82, but as a VIP, it's only 49. And so that's one way to do it. It's all the same information. Denise sent one right here. So you can get my 40% discount, which makes it only $36 instead of $65. All of you guys are doing awesome because they're comparing retail to discount. Show them how much it is full price and then show them their discount. Okay. It's just like at Dillard's when you show up and they have 50% off. You don't want to do the math. You don't want to try to figure out how much 50% off is or 40% off is. What does Dillard's do? They put the cute little yellow tag on there and you get to look at it and see the discount and see how much money you're saving. They maybe even say saving this much. So show them the difference that they're saving. Okay. And then going to Denise's, all you have to do is agree to do 1 order a month for 3 months. And then look, oh, so proud. How does that sound to you? There's a question right there. Rita said, will this work for you? We can accommodate a budget as well. I love those. So save these to your phones. There's another one. I will put more in the post in the team page, but there's some ways to go over pricing. You show them the full price and the discounted price, and then you go over the VIP customer program, simply agreeing to do 1 order a month for 3 months. Okay, any product, any price point, and there's no membership fee. There's another one right there for Candace. So thank you guys so much for sharing those. I'll share mine in the post in the team page. So we go over product info first. We go over product info first, end everything with a question, send them a results photo if there is one. Then you can go over pricing. Now you got to seal the deal. Okay, so they read these. Candace sends me that, and I said, she says, how does this work for you? I said, yeah, that sounds good. And so now what does Candace do? You have to seal the deal. Okay, you seal the deal. Here's how I seal the deal. I simply ask them for their cell phone. I'm usually talking to them in Facebook or Instagram, and I want to get them out of Messenger and into my text messages. Okay, I want their contact information. I want almost 100% use the shopping cart links from Connect where I send them the cart. And they enroll themselves. I'm moving right now, and so that's just the most convenient thing for me to do. But I think of like Liz. Liz usually sends a message and says, okay, awesome. I can either send you a link and you can check out yourself, or if you're busy, you can text me your info and I can do it for you. You tell me what is best for you. There's another question. So you can give them the option. But that's called seal the deal. Okay. Here's some no-nos to not say. Don't say things like, okay, let me know when you're ready to order. Don't say that. They already said yes, they want to order. Get their information. Okay. Hey, what's your cell phone? I can send you the link to sign up. Okay, awesome. I'm super excited for you to get started on the products. What's your cell? Or do you want to text me your info if you're busy and I can place the order for you? Super simple. You're asking them for the sale. Do not say, let me know. Do not say, are you ready to order? They've already told you that they're ready to order because they said yes. Does that work for you? Yes, they want to order. So you seal the deal. Be confident in asking for the sale. Listen to me. Do not be afraid that you're gonna insult them for asking for the sale. If they don't have the money, they will tell you at this point. Okay. If Candace sent me that and she says, does this work for her or work for me? And I can't right now, I would say, okay, payday is Friday. Can you message me then? Can I order then? And Candace is going to say, absolutely. I will pencil you in for Friday. And she's going to make a reminder in her phone. And I'm going to get a text message on Friday, ready to order. Okay. So They will tell you if they need to wait for payday. They will tell you if they don't have the money. And if they don't have the money, you offer them the opportunity. And that's a whole nother Zoom for a whole nother day. But that's how you go over loyal customer. Every conversation I have is the exact same. Every single person I sign up for hair, skin, and nails, the conversations look exactly the same. The same product information, same price and information, same seal the deal message. It's no different. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. It's all the same. I promise all these women over here that we're about to talk to, Ashley and Kayla, they all have the exact same routine. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. All right. Let me go back to our chat real quick, Marissa. Make sure, Marissa, anything you want to add before I go to the tips? So Meg, Kayla, Noelia, and Ashley, y'all be ready. I'm about to call on you. Are you good? Do you want anything to add?
I think the only thing, I had it in my head and then I went away. You can come back to me.
I'll come back to you.
At the
Okay.
end.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to go in order by who I see. Ashley, you are first on my little Brady Bunch screen. So y'all, Ashley assigned about 5 bajillion people in the past month, and she promoted Ruby. Yeah, she's a new Ruby pushing for Emerald. So she's going to share with you her best tip on how she's putting these people in the system.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so y'all pretty much touched on everything that I've been doing, except for host to post. I have enrolled probably at least 80% of my recent customers have come from host to post. So as long as I'm consistent with that, that's where the consistency of my customers are coming from. So once I get those host to post, it's starting the conversation. And most of the time I don't even know these people. So I have to build that rapport up first. Just kind of, see what I already know what products most of the time because we're looking at product host to post for especially gummies. Gummies have been my thing. Gummies are my thing right now. But, so I would say just having genuine conversations with them about the products, ask questions to them so that you're making sure that that is the product that they need or want. Then once we get to that point, I also relate to them. Like gummies, I have the mom pooch. Most women that are moms have the mom pooch. So that's one of my big things. And then I also like to share friends' results or family results. If I know my mom has been really good with our products, I share Candace's results a good bit. I've shared some of Cindy's. So I mean, it's just making sure you're having the genuine conversations with these people. And then be confident. You have to be confident when you're having these conversations. You can't act like you don't know what you're talking about. I may not know all the time, but I at least pretend like I do. So just the confidence.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, when you think about it, even though you may only know this much about the business, your potential customer knows zero. So you are the expert compared to them. So you can go ahead and be confident. Actually, I do have one question for you before I move on to somebody else. So you mentioned host to post. Can you tell everybody, do you have a number that you try to hit every single day? What's your magic number?
I try to get 10. I have not been getting up 10 the last couple of days, and I can totally tell. I can definitely tell a difference, but 10 is a really good number for me, at least.
I love it. Thank you. And thank you for being honest too, because I feel like that opens the door. If you're feeling like you're struggling with creating leads or you're sitting down ready to work and I just had this conversation with the newbie the other day, and she's like, I feel like I've talked to everybody. And I said, just do host to post. Like that's literally today when Marissa had her Zoom on and I sat down and I was like overwhelmed from the move and like everything and not having a house yet and all that stuff. I sat down and I was like, it's easy. I just messaged 50 people about host to post and got host to post up to create leads. So thank you, Ashley, for mentioning host to post and hitting that again, because I feel like that's such an easy thing that it's easy to do, but we miss. So
Yeah.
it's so good. Thank you, Ashley.
Thanks.
Okay, let's see who. Noelia, you are next, girlfriend. Y'all, I love this chick. Her and her confidence. This is the one you need to talk to. She's a little sassy pants.
Well, not always. I have my days. So other than making my stories, like making my coffee through my stories and adding like fun text, I started adding music. So that music always makes everything fun to watch. So I would say that. But to be honest, the main thing with me that changed my enrolling game would be mindset. So when I first came back to the company, because I left, but I came back and I thought I had to prove my team that I was worthy. Sorry, my voice is, I've been yelling all day. So I thought I had to prove my team that I was worthy, not only to my team, but to myself, because I had just came back and it was just keeping me in a bubble. Like I couldn't go to where I wanted to go. So after talking to Elia, she's so, if you need to talk to someone, go reach out to her. She's awesome. We came to the conclusion that we're like, okay, yes, I know what to do. I know how to get there. So let's just do what we have to do, you know? It's all in the mind. Tienes que cambiar, I'm sorry, my Spanish will come out of me. But you have to change your mindset. Tienes que cambiar tu forma de pensar. You have to believe in yourself. And yeah, just be confident, make your stories fun, and don't forget to stay connected with your loyal customers. They are the ones that will refer you to their friends. So that's my tip.
Oh, that was so good. And speak Spanish to us whenever. I feel like it's my mom like getting on to me, and I like pay attention.
Yeah. I'll speak Spanish. I won't throw the chancla. But
Yeah, don't do that. But like you started speaking, I was like, oh yes, ma'am. Yes, I will do what you say. It's just like an innate thing inside of me. But I loved it. And thank you for speaking on mindset too, because that is so huge. You have to believe that you can put the loyal customers, and we can teach you all the tips, and you can post and do all the Ashley host to post and all the Noelia stuff and her stories and music. But if you don't believe you can put people in the system, then it's all for nothing, because it won't happen. You're going to create exactly what you said. So thank you so much. Okay. Who is next? Meg with the baby. You are next. Also, I will also just tell you real quick, if you repeat something we say, please repeat it, because that just means it needs to be said again. So don't be afraid to repeat something.
Okay, yes, because I was totally going to talk about mindset. She stole it from me. It is so important. You cannot go into conversations like feeling scared. Like you can't be scared that you're bothering people. You have to get in the mindset that these products are changing lives. They're helping people, and you have to be in that mindset, because you're not bothering people by trying to help them. If they say no and they don't want the products, then that's their loss, and that's how you have to think. But my other tip besides that is follow up. Do not stop following up. Like I literally will not stop following up until you block me or literally tell me, leave me alone. I don't want anything. Otherwise, I'll keep following up.
Yes. Can you go over real quick, just like an overview of your follow-up schedule, like say for the month? Let's say you talk to somebody today. What would it look like for the rest of March?
Well, I follow your 1 day, 1 week, and then the month. However, it varies depending on how the conversation's going. Like I always follow up the next day. And then I might follow up even the day after that if our conversation dies off that day. Like they'll answer me the next day, but then the conversation will die off. So I'll follow up with them again. If they're you had mentioned it, I think it was you that mentioned it, where they're not ready yet, then I set a date. Like, okay, when will be a better time for you? It does Friday sound good at 5 o'clock or something? And they'll say yes or no and give me another time. I'll put it in my phone and then I'll follow up with them at that time. But literally follow up is everything, because I actually signed a customer actually two of them. They, when I first reached out to them, they're like, is this $40 gummy thing that somebody was talking to me about like a week ago or month ago or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, but I guess they weren't being followed up with by that person because they signed up with me because I was following up.
It goes back. I'll come full circle to what Marissa and I talked about, having the reputation and the trust with them. Oh, thank you, Meg. Sorry about
Thank you.
baby.
Always.
Okay, last one is Miss Kayla, the ninja. I dubbed her the ninja like years ago, and apparently she has been ninja the past like couple of days, like since Friday, I think. So the ninja, I think of the Ninja Turtle, ninja. Okay, I just showed my age. All right, Kayla, go. Take the microphone away from me.
Oh, that's funny. I basically do just what Ashley was saying. Every day I try to get up at least 10 host a posts. And then once they tell me that they have done the host a post and it's posted, I go back to their page, screenshot it, and I write it on a notebook. And say like 1 or 2 days later goes by, I go back to their post and I write down all the commenters' names on a list. And then I go to their page and then I send them a friend request and then I message them about it. And again, just follow with them like crazy. And I've just been staying consistency, follow-ups, and just trust the process. If you stay consistent, your enrollments will come, believe me.
Can I dig into that just a little bit, Kayla? Just because I know that you come in and I wrote down organization. First of all, take notes. The lists are going to be amazing. Even if you say that you're not an organized person, Kayla just hit the nail on the head. You have to get
Yeah.
organized when it comes to your leads. You have to write their names down. Otherwise, you won't be able to be the follow-up queen like Kayla and like how Meg was saying. But Kayla, can I put you on the spot real quick and just kind of ask you, because I know that there have been moments where you have a high and then you kind of have a low and it takes you a little bit to get back. Like, how do you get back on the horse to put people in when you go through kind of a drought where you feel like you can't put people in?
Mindset and self-development.
What do you do to increase it, to get to the positive? Because we can do the self-development, but then it's like, how do you keep it in here versus it going one ear and out the other?
I basically just bug the crap out of Candace every day and telling her I'm going diamond or I'm going triple. This is happening. I mean, she's the support system. So I just tell her every day and bug the crap out of her.
Oh, yes. I love it, guys. And she's basically saying just the connection. Like, she has the accountability. She goes to her leader and then she's like, I am doing this. Are you scared when you say it to her?
Yes.
Okay. You scared, but you do it anyways. Yes. Thank you so much, Kayla, for being vulnerable and letting me put you on the spot for that, because Kayla understands personal development, self-development. That's what's going to get her mind right. But then she needs the accountability, because if you just kind of stay back in the shadows, how easy is it for you just to sneak on by and not put people in the system, right? So, I love your vulnerability, Kayla. Thank you so much for all of that. Thank you. You guys shout them out in the chat, these 3 ladies, because they are absolutely amazing and they gave you guys some awesome tips. Marissa, did you come up with what you were going to say? Because we are done though.
Yes. It was
for it.
just kind of just simple. It was just don't overthink it. Because I can get to that point. I want to control a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. So don't overthink it. It can seem so hard to sign people, but it's so easy. It really is. Like, you're just sitting here and Val just gets a notification she got an LC. She's just sitting there. Like, all she did was let me overthink it, Cindy. Cindy, don't talk to me. Okay. But you don't overthink it. But you could hear from all those ladies, they're freaking rock stars. And I'm in chats with just about all of them. And I can see their booms. I can see all that. And it fires, like they were saying that to on Ashley's Zoom. Stay near the fire. I want to stay near these people. I want to stay near their fire. I'm going to let them give me, and you want to be next to that. Don't overthink it. They're not doing anything different than you are. Nothing at all. But you have to give God something to bless. Like, we are in this business. I lead my team through God. Val does too. She's our preacher. Let's be real. And I know Candace and Cindy, and it's all about you being consistent every single time. They're being consistent. Kayla's consistent with her host of posts. Ashley's consistent with her host of posts. I know Noelle is consistent with her host of posts. Meg is just crazy. I love Meg. And she's just like a rock star on her own. And I love it. And I want to stay so close to it. So take everything that they have said and just implement it, and don't think twice about it, because you're going to be right where they are. You're going to be that diamond. You're going to be that ruby. You're going to be that emerald. Like, you're going to do it. Take that massive action and just do it, and let God take care of the rest, because you're going to get that influx of people that are going to just want everything you have. Even if you have results, even if you don't have results, they're going to want it. That's it. That's all I got.
Yes, I love it. I'm going to leave you guys with this analogy that I heard today, and we'll be done. That so many of us dream so big for this business, and we have big dreams, big aspirations, big promotions. And just like Marissa said, we have to marry our work ethic with our belief that God's going to give us what we want. And the analogy I heard today was a dad was asking his daughter, if I could give you anything, what would it be? And she's like, take me to Disneyland. And he's like, okay, that's something that I, as the father, can provide for my daughter. Just like there are times in our prayers that there's only things that God is going to be able to provide. If you need 25,000 in GV for Triple Diamond this month, that's something that God is going to have to intervene on. Okay. Because that's a lot of GV. That's the Disneyland that God can give to you. But then at the same time, the father can ask the daughter, what do you want me to do for you? And the daughter says, clean my room. The father's going to look at the daughter and say, you can turn around and go do that. That's something you can do. And there are also things in this business, just like the tips that we gave you here, your mindset, your follow-up, everything. That's something that God's looking down saying, I can't do that for you. I don't have to do that, because you are capable of doing that. You are capable of putting 6 customers in. You're capable of getting 3 distributors this month. You're capable of doing these things. Are there times that God will intercede? Absolutely. Yes. And he's full of grace and mercy. But there are also times where we have to turn around and go clean the room. And so that's what we want to be able to arm you with today, is go and if you want to clean your room, do the laundry, I don't know, do some sort of chore, do something that you can do, and give God something to work with so he can give you something even better when the time comes. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope this Zoom helps you guys. I hope that you run with all these tips and we get all the loyals in. And I just love you so much. I'm going to pray over us just real quick, and then we're going to jump off. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I just want to thank you so much for all the amazing, wonderful women that are on this Zoom, and then the ones that could not be with us tonight. Lord, we know that they are still here and they're still so loved. And Lord, first, we want to just come to you and just say that we just love you so much for who you are, not for what you can give us, but just for who you are, and that you sent your son to die on the cross for our sins. And that we just want to glorify and honor you through our mindsets, through our thoughts, through our work ethic. We want to be kingdom pieces for you, Lord. And if that's part of this business, and our job in this business is to influence more lives and to bring people closer to you, God, then let that be so. Let us be those fishers of men. Let us have that influence. And we ask, Lord, right now that if it pleases you, that you bless us, that you bless us with provision, you bless us with protection, that you bless not just our finances, Lord, and promotions and bonuses, but we also ask, Lord, that you bless us with health, that you bless our families with abundance, that you bless them with protection, and that you're just with us with peace and love and joy. We want to experience all those things because we know they come through you, God, and that they are fruits of you and your presence, Lord. So we thank you for who you are. Bless the rest of this month, Lord. These women are working so hard. So just be with them in their businesses and just show up big for them, God. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, I love you. We'll see you guys later. Have a fabulous night. Bye.